welcome to the Club 12 podcast with me, Dave, and Jamie. How's it going?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. I'm glad to be back on the Club 12.
Okay, it's been a while. You come up say this every time, but I think it's spread it out a wee bit more.
It's difficult to try and fit them in along with games and work and life and shit. It is, eh? So, I'm sorry if any of you have missed that, but we're back for another wee episode. Thanks to King Kong Tattoo Company, our sponsors. They're based at Albert Square, Dundee, for all your tattoo and piercing needs. Still not got that fucking Maradona tattoo yet. One day. Right, since the last time we played, the League Cup dreams ever. We've drew with Morton and we've drew with Queens. It's not been great, has it?
Cool, it's not been... Nah,
it's not been great, but
the best...
We're still in touching distance in the league.
If anything, the best result out of those three games was the one where we got bit. Again, because we were actually no bad against Rangers, but I thought that the game against Queens and the game against Morton, we were just... They were near it, man. Like, we say it every week, as a team watching them, like, I don't think they could string 5-6 passes together. It seems like they'll get the ball for the goalkeeper, they'll get it to Sweeney, they'll go for that long switch, and then they'll just wing it through there. And it seems like they do that every single week. And it's just fucking... I'm not sure if Boyer's accepting it. He doesn't seem like he's... Like, I'm going to have a bit of a rant today. Are you going to be on in the day? Yeah. He doesn't seem like he seems like he's accepting it. He seems like every interview he was like, oh, we did well, a good fighting spirit to get back in the game. Fuck off. No. We should be beating Queens, we should be beating Morton, and it's fucking, as a team watching them, it's, don't get me wrong, we're a few points off the top of the league, right? But that's no down to us being good. That's down to everybody else being half decent as well. If there was a Hearts or a Hibs or a United in this league, we'd be miles away.
We're far off the game just now. I think what I noticed, and particularly in the Queen's Park game, is see the amount of times we had 11 men behind the bar. Mm-hmm. I mean, fair enough, right? They were lumping the bar down the flanks and into the box, right? That's their game. However, do we need to bring everybody back to defend it? It's fucking Queen's Park. It's no Real Madrid.
You said it was when they had a free kick, and we had every single person behind the bar.
And I think it was 0-0 at that point.
Including Derek up front. Well, I was in his own penalty box. It's negative.
Him and Rodden were both back for it.
It's very negative, and as you say, we should be the best team in that league. But obviously, it doesn't work out like that. But at least just keep somebody up, man. Keep a bit of attacking intent. You're playing Queen's Park.
However, in saying that, it does appear that we've had a massive bout of illness and sickness over the past couple of weeks. Now, he's not come out and said who's been ill here and there. They've just kind of been ill at some point.
Yeah.
What do you think's going on?
So I'm just going to say, if you could hear some whinging in the background, my dog's quite unhappy with the results of late.
He's upset.
So apologies about that.
He also had Chelsea on his coupon, so he's not happy with that. How are you, Floyd?
He's maybe picking up a bit of the sickness bug and all. But no, there was a few of them. There was French, there was McGowan, there was Robinson, who waited.
But he was
halfway through the first half.
He did a Gary Lineker on the pitch. I don't know if you remember that. So in 1986 World Cup, Gary Lineker shot himself on the pitch after about 5 minutes. He had to change his shorts. That's true. I think they were playing Paraguay or Poland or somebody. I don't care. But you could feel free to anybody who was looking to Google that. Did Gary Lineker shite his breeks in the 1986 World Cup? I think you'll find he did.
And he's been on the telly ever since, eh?
Well, the thing is with Gary Lineker, he retired with a broken toe. He had a bad toe. Just one. I'm not sure which end. I'm going to presume it was his big toe.
He was a good player.
He scored a ton of goals. He was just a goal scorer. He was just in them that he scored all the time. There was just some names that popped up, and Lineker would have popped up because we didn't hear like Jeff Stelling or Sky Sports or anything back in the day. It was grandstands. You used to get this video printer, and it was like a computer printer at the bottom of the screen that updated. But it was always the same names that you would see. Ken, Gary Lineker, Frank McAvenny, Tony Cottee, Clive Allen. It was just the same folks scored at the time. What we would fucking do for any of them, eh?
I was literally just thinking that, but at the same time, right, if we did have one of them, would he still be parking his own box when Queen's Park have got a free kick?
Well,
does it even make a difference if you've got any of them? Because that's for the manager, that's tell for off the park. Because a natural striker in situations like that, stay at the park.
You didn't want to come back?
No, they didn't. No, you're centre forward.
Yeah.
No, you're centre forward. Sorry, I'm just fucking still baffled by it. What have we got?
And yet after I came we were beaten for Rangers, right, and focusing on Rangers were terrible. But actually it was a pretty good battle and display, and we showed a few qualities where we actually could have sneaked a couple of goals.
I thought we looked alright against Rangers. Don't get me wrong, they were like having a bad day. Like they were. Let's not kid about it.
It's because they're shite.
Again. but we thought we were alright, especially when the ball went out to Derek. We were sitting every time watching it. Give the back to Derek.
Give the back to Derek.
Just give the back to Derek.
That should be our new tactic. Is it? Cammy, see when you get that back, give it to Derek. Didn't care if he's free, give it to Derek.
So I think I asked you this the other night. If we were to get promoted, out of that squad of players, who would you keep in that team now? I think I rattled off maybe three. Three.
See, at the minute it's tough to make a call on that because I didn't want to be too harsh on them and put them down too much, right? But at the same time, it's not been good enough. So if you're going to base on performances for the start of the season up to now, then
I mean,
there's very few. I tell you what, McMullen, he seems to be hot and cold. I genuinely think see when he's got his green bits on, he plays better. Have you noticed this?
I notice it every time.
Maybe it's just because I notice when he wears the fucking shed bits. But I think he's doing better. Mulligan, definitely, he's head and shoulders above. But I think sometimes it's not that he tries to do it on his own. I think he just gets himself in situations where his only option is just to keep going. Gowser, when he's played, which has been few and far between, I'm going to presume he's out.
Because he was out.
He should have been playing.
Or he was injured, he was injured.
Robinson, again, for what I've seen of him, against Rangers, he held the bat brilliantly.
I thought he was good against Rangers. I think he does hold the bat good.
And then, against Morton, he couldn't have had any of that.
I know,
I never noticed it anyway. I never noticed.
I think he's got a decent first touch. And he is good at shielding the bar, but he's one of them that needs somebody up with him too. And if you ask me if you want Derek or Rudden, it's Derek, it's Mbappe's pal.
Mbappe's pal's getting the MVP, definitely.
He got his goal. He got his first goal in about 5 years the other night. So that's positive. I'm pretty sure, I never seen it, but I heard he kissed the badge.
Oh, did he?
I heard. I'm not saying I might be talking shite, but somebody did say
that's a big statement, really. I wonder if Mbappe heard ever at PSG. Because did you see, right, there was a photo posted on Scottish Away Days on Facebook, and it was there was a guy going to a going to a PSG game in Paris, and he had a flag with Dundee badge one side, a Scotland flag in the middle, and a PSG badge on the other side. Right now, your mate Tom, right? Tom the kickboxer was getting bad. Right? He's no, but how many times have we been out and he's had a punch in the puss? Quite a few. I didn't care.
So he's from Marseille, and it's obviously people might care. Marseille and PSG really fucking hate each other with passion. But Tom was at the derby when Charlie Adams scored.
That's it. He come to match. So how do you think he's going to feel about our links with PSG? He's going to be raging.
He'll be fucking happy. He'll not be coming back to Dens anyway. That's for definitely not.
Oh fucking hell!
But here, if we do have links with PSG, you can fancy Mbappe's there. Maybe think that's where a link because we've got Mbappe's pal.
That's maybe what it is. We've just created our own link.
Dundee PSG 2023.
Although I didn't think we'll not mark it on a FIFA. But FIFA's out now, is it?
No, next year. I'm not getting it. We don't want it. I'm not getting it.
It's not going to be FIFA for next year, though, is it?
I think I'm not sure. I don't think they're making it every year, but they are still going to make it. Or I did again.
They're going to need to change all the names of the teams. So it was like when they had the old sensible soccer.
Like the Pro Evo names.
Like
Merseyside Red and
London Whites and stupid shit like that.
Do you think United would just be called shite?
I fucking hope so. Right, so next run of fixtures. Well, actually, let's have a look at the table first, right? So we're sitting in 6th place on 19 points. Top league's Ayr, they're on 24, right? How did they get up there on 24? Anyway.
Wait till you see Morton.
Morton, Queen's Park and Inverness are on 21, Partick are on 20, and then ourselves and Wraith Rovers are on 19 points. Cove are on 13, Hamilton 11 and Arbroath 10. So, I mean, although we're 6 and it looks pretty bad, right, we are actually just 5 points behind. It's not that bad, really. Considering we've been really poor.
I know.
I think if we can actually... I keep saying this, right? If any team could do this, but if we could put a run of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games together without getting beat, can maybe get a couple of draws in there, that'll win you the league.
That's what we done the last time in the championship. Remember when nobody can get to the game? That season it was behind closed doors. I think we won like out the last 10 games or something. We went on a run, and that's basically what got into the into that playoff spot.
So I've got a theory on that season. Right, fuck all day with us, but right, St.Johnstone won 12 cups that year. Right, now, I think the reason that they won 12 cups is because
there was no fans.
There was no fans at any of the games, and the games that they were allowed fans at, you were only allowed 500 fans. Now that's just like an average home game for St. Johnstone, so they must have been properly in their comfort zone. So I think they were at a distinct advantage against all the other teams. I think it's unfair, and there should be an asterisk marked against their names to say unfair advantage because there was no fans at the game. It's just my theory.
Was it the Old Firm they got in the final?
No, it was fucking... Come on, I don't
doesn't even matter, does it?
I actually don't care.
There should be an asterisk beside
fucking
it.
wasn't us.
Do you know, I think it's funny though that if there was a team that was going to win 2 cups that year and be no fans, it's St. Johnstone. Because that's something that would probably happen to us. That's our luck. That is our luck. But nah, fuck them.
Well, that was like the playoffs, was it? I mean, I'd say to the playoffs started, it'd be great to get into the playoffs, because it's an exciting couple of games. They're kind of like, I mean, they're not cup finals, but they kind of are. There's a big outcome at the end of the game. It would be good, but we'll be struggling to fucking mark the playoffs this year. Well, mind you, relegation playoff. I think we'll actually look at.
We'll get that bro.
Looking at our league, right? So down the bottom end, I'm actually surprised to see Arbroath down there. But Hamilton are poor. They did sneak a win yesterday, did they? They beat Inverness.
Nah, they got beat. No, they got beat for, was it Cove yesterday?
Oh, that's right, the ridiculously high-scoring game that Derek Ferguson's... Right, so how come every week when Derek Ferguson's at the match, there's multiple goals, right? Yet he comes to Dens and it's a fucking 0-0.
You couldn't hear from him once, eh?
No.
I had to open all mics on, just come on. Every week, it's always like 4-3 or 3-all, and there's like 5 red cards, and the game gets abandoned, and something always happens, right? But the most boring 0-0 of his life came to Dundee v Morton. Typical.
Oh, and say lucky for him, he got paid to go to that. So, right, next run of fixtures before we decide how we're going to fix the team and win with the league. Partick Thistle's up next Saturday. That's away. Do you fancy our chances there?
Okay, well, I actually do fancy our chances there because they've went on a wee poor run. So for the past 4 games, I think they've been beat, or the last 3 games they've been beat, and they've shipped in quite a few goals too. So they were on a wee high. They looked like they were away to coast it. Well, not coast it, but they were up there for quite a long period of time. And then they have deteriorated a wee bit. I could see we beating them. After that is it Inverness.
It's Wraith.
Wraith at Dens.
Wraith, yeah.
So I don't think we'll beat Partick. Wraith are more too sure. Dundee at home are just so unpredictable, man. You always say on paper we'll win, and then
that's it.
I do see we're beating Partick away from him.
Yeah.
Plus it's Ian McCauley.
Well, that's it. I always like to stick one over him.
Me too.
So, and he does get a wee bit fatter every time you see him on the telly, right?
Every time you bet him.
And I'm still confused because we spoke about this before, but the guy Alan Archibald, I still want to ken what he done, how he ended up being the first team coach when he used to be the manager. Like, there was skullduggery or jiggery pokery going on there. Must have been something.
He got them in the top 6.
That's right.
He got them in the top 6 and then got relegated next year.
Good.
Dirty hard bastard.
Good. Fuck it. So I think we'll beat Partick, but then we think this every week. It's because we're biased as fuck. Because Ken, it's our team. We love them, right? We want them to win, but realistically, the way we've been playing, we'll be fucking lucky to get a point.
Come on, we need to score 3 or 4 goals to win a game. We cannot, like, we ship in. Like, see, if you look at our results, every game there's 1, 2, 3. We concede every single week, and the only time we do it is when it's like a 0-0. Ken, the defence is what's costing that, man. Going forward, I'd probably, I don't even know, but I'd put a tenner on us being the top scorers in that week. We can't be far away from it.
Probably. And I think I went through the goal scorers last week. I think nearly everybody in the team's got a goal somewhere.
Scoring goals isn't an issue.
That is good.
It's just fucking... the defending's abysmal, man. And it doesn't help the fact that we change it every week. When was the last time we had a back 4 or a back 5 that was the same 2 or 3 weeks on the trot?
I mean,
non-existent, man. And that's part of the problem.
I'm going to come back to the illness again over the past couple of weeks, because it's got to be difficult keeping a team when you've got folk sick. Do you know what I mean?
I don't mean sick the whole season.
No, I can. I
can. You pick the same team 2 weeks in a row.
No, I can.
Before you came in.
The biggest thing for me over the past few weeks, and I don't think it's completely to Davie's sickness, is the goalkeeping situation. So we've now seen our 3 goalies. I see you rubbing your head in pure despair. On a lighter note, we didn't hear Jack Hamilton anywhere, and he played for Livy today. Did you see the bag going through his legs? It's great. There it goes. So that's 3 goalies. None of them seem to be convincing. Yeah, none of them are... I didn't even come at a start.
What more do we even say? What? I can't. They're fucking shite. 3 of them. They're rotten. Waller could kick it, but he can't catch it.
I mean, yeah, that was some punting he had the other night.
He can kick the ball like fuck, right? Right. Legends could. He's just happy-go-lucky, is he? He's like the nice guy in the changing room. So he's got the good personality, right? And Harry Sharp could maybe stop it, but he can't really catch it or save it. So they've only got 3 individual traits. See, if you put them in one, they're still not going to make a good fucking keeper. I swear to God, I don't care how much more that I could say it. And Bowyer must see it. He must have been trying to get a new keeper.
Must be top of his list.
And I'll give him, even January might be hard to get in. I mean, it might no, but if he's not got a keeper in by the next summer transfer window, I swear to God, I'll go to Dens with a fucking petition and I'll get a new keeper.
Just turn up with your gloves.
I'll turn up with my gloves, I will. And my old bits. But I mean, it's laughable, Ken. I don't care how hard it is to just get somebody who's half decent and throw them in the goal.
I think it's unfortunate, right, that goalies, see when they do make mistakes and stuff like that, you do see it a lot more because they generally cost goals and points, right? They're remembered a bit more for that. But I didn't even think it's just that with these 3 goalies, because I think that
they've all had their chance.
But they didn't seem confident either. Even when they are marking saves, they didn't seem confident.
And come on, you could give them it, and you'd say that they're going to be under a lot more pressure being a Dundee goalie than what you are going to be a Hibs goalie or a Hertz goalie, because we're
but
probably...
surely if you're a goalie, you fucking want to be under pressure.
Exactly. But that's surely what makes a good goalie. Somebody that's going to be under pressure and look, we're not asking you to keep a clean sheet every week, but just fucking do your job. Be a keeper. And if you can't, then fuck off.
Oh. Well, I didn't come on to go.
You had to bring up the keepers.
I had to bring up the goalkeeping situation. I feel like you were just starting to cheer up a wee bit there, and you were looking forward to this week's game, and now you're just like, fuck, I'm going to be playing the goal now.
Did cheer us up seeing Jack Hamilton and the Livy goal though. That was pretty funny.
Again, how the fuck did he get again?
No idea.
And I did only, so I wasn't really watching it, but I did see the sort of highlights. I can apparently hit the post, but for the tiny wee clip I seen, it did look like he got a wee hand to it. I could be wrong.
You must
I
be
hope
wrong.
no.
You must be
I
wrong.
hope no.
He's not getting a hand to it.
Does he know he previous for saving penalties? He does, eh?
No, he's not caught any in his life, probably apart from the clap. He's he's the worst goalkeeper we've ever had, without a shadow of a doubt, right? And it was good to see him in the goal for Livy. If it's no Livy, it'd probably really be United that would want to see him in the goal for, because Livy, it's good to see them, as you said, getting shafted.
I do hate Livy. On the subject of Livy, right? I keep meaning to bring this up. Do you think Davie Martindale wears mascara? Right? Because see, when you see his interviews, he looks like he's got mascara on.
I thought it was just these black eyes. Do you think Davie Martindale's giving Jack Hamilton a second chance? Because he's had about second chances, is he?
But then
that's got to be how he threw him in the goal.
But then how's he not gave Lee Griffiths a contract?
Because he's had a few chances.
But not for Davie Martindale.
Maybe.
He's letting him train with Livy. He's been training with Livy for a few weeks now.
Because Griffiths came out today and said that he might hate the retire because nobody's going to offer him a deal.
I still can't believe that we should give him a deal.
I'm not sure now. I mean, I would have given a deal at the start of the season.
Pay to play deals, right, where he only gets paid when he actually gets a game. And that kind of gives him that encouragement. Apparently he's lost a bit of the excess that he said that he wasn't carrying, but he's now lost it. And he come out and said today that because he had an altercation with a fan in Australia, and it turned out that
it was sectarian.
What do you think he called him? I love the can, because initially I thought he was giving him abuse because he'd been texting his niece or something night, but no, it turns out it was sectarian.
No, I'm not sure. It must have been something to do with his Celtic relations, is it?
Well, obviously if it's sectarian, it's not going to be because he played for us, is it?
Yeah, it can.
It would be funny though if there was some Australian where I was fucking, maybe he moved from Dundee where he was a United fan, and on that basis hates Lee Griffiths that much that he drove to the other end of the country and was just like, you fucking bastard. I was like, what? I hope it is that. Unfortunately it's probably not.
Didn't think you'd get sectarianism in Australia,
No,
I thought it was just on the west coast of Scotland.
No, I think it is our Scotland. It is our Scotland, really. Right. We're at League Cup. Right, the League Cup dream is over. However, Scottish Cup is on. We've got Airdrieonians on the 26th of November. Well, actually, the date's to be confirmed yet. But we're at him.
Is it on January?
No, because we go in with other Diddy teams, because we're now a Diddy team this season.
Alright, okay. Fair dues.
So our the Premier teams go into in the fourth round now, which is the first weekend of January.
Good for them.
Well, see, this, it kind of annoys me a wee bit, right? And it shouldn't. I can. It's just me being a stubborn bastard, right? But the third round of the Scottish Cup was when the big teams went in, right? And when I say the big teams, the top two leagues, right, they both went in, and it was always the first weekend of January, and it was like the draw. It was something like you waited for ages on the third round draw, right? As well as now, it's like they're fucking just pulling names out of hats willy nilly. You know what I mean? It's like it was a cup draw, someone on.
Clyde versus Drebra.
Exactly, yeah. Fucking... So... however, on a wee note, when you mentioned Drebra, so... Drebra under 14s girls team got to the final of the Scottish Cup yesterday, which is quite a good achievement for a local football team, do you not think? Didn't screw your face up. Don't screw your face up because it's lassies football. Yeah.
It's just I've not really got it in my notes, Ken. But no, it is good. I think we were on about it the other day. The first I got was like the last 16. With the ferry, what did you get? The quarters.
I want to say it was the quarters, but I think we had. I'm sure we got a doing for somebody that, but I could be wrong.
Usually
we did get. It was we Dundee Social. We got through a few runs, and then I think out of other teams could have been. I'm sure it was fucking Fairmere that put us out. I could be wrong. You're talking fucking.
It's good.
You're talking Ferry Old year ago now, right?
Scott, see when you get through, especially when you go through to like kind of like a Wat Glasgow or Aberdeen Dice. I remember Dice had a really good team. We had a team in Paisley called, I want to say Mojams. That was their name, Mojams Whites or Mojams Tangerines, you know. And the pure skirt, like they were huge. They were about fucking 7 foot Ouija's. And I think this was like under 14s or 13s or something. So it's harder. See when you get through, because other Glaswegian teams I think are just more, they're more physically built. I noticed that when we used to play them in the Scottish Cup. I don't care what it was, but they were huge. And for a Dundee team to get to the final, it's not bad. Well, they get beat in the final.
It's good. Well, no, they played the semi-final yesterday.
Alright.
So they're now into the final. But the reason I ken this is because Tony Faye the band, his daughter plays for the team, and his son also plays for Dundee West, and they also won the Scottish Cup this year as well.
Quality.
Which is like for two bairns for the same family, for one to win the cup final and one to be in the final, still they might both win it. That's like some achievement.
That's pretty good, like. Therefore,
so
especially with Dundee West, because they used to be shite at that play.
Were they? See, the West were always good when I was younger, right? Always.
You're right, Social were decent.
Fucking hate them. Hard bastards.
They were decent. Fairmere were decent. But good on them.
So, maybe we should sign a couple of them. They're bound to be fair. Wonder what the keeper's like there. It's going to be coming to transfer window soon as well. It's no far away. Boy, you better be looking now. Ken like how a Bairn gives you their fucking Santa list about the middle of November. You better be going up to Nelms next week going, right, here, here's my fucking list. I want that.
He's probably, I think he went in for a few in the Telwit Bolt, so he's probably had to revamp and rethink his options, but I mean,
he did say it was looking to be a busy transfer window.
Fucking better be a busy transfer window, because with that squad of players, you're not taking many of them up to the SPL, right? They danger.
No.
Taking French, maybe. You definitely take Mulligan.
Oh, I never quite answered that question, did I? That you asked us
about
20 minutes ago.
That's alright. But for me, if I was to take that team up, right, I'd probably, the only ones I would take would be Josh Mulligan. I'd take Cameron. I like Lyle Cameron. I think he's a good player. French looks like he's a half decent player.
I'd agree with
that. Maybe Robinson. I'm not sure.
I would tap Ashcroft, right? But he needs somebody beside him as a leader. Can somebody to say to him, you fucking do that.
I like Ashcroft.
I do like Ashcroft. He'd headed his granny thing, right?
That
he would. I love that guy.
We's back. But I think they're probably the only. Everybody else, I wouldn't attack. I'd get rid of everybody else, in my opinion, because it's been far too long. We've seen the same stuff for far too long. We've had the same team for far too long, and it's not going to change unless we fucking change the team, man. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, you're right. Right, so some other news that come up this week. Did you see Graham Souness was stirring the pot again? So it's not the Davie Lassie's football this time. He wasn't winding up the women, right? He was winding up the Old Firm. I'm not sure he was winding up the Old Firm. I actually think he was serious.
He was deadly serious.
We should share a stadium and join the English League.
So you see, Celtic and Rangers should build 100,000 seater stadium, share it, and then join the Premier League, right? So, first of all, Celtic and Rangers can't stomach each other's stadiums now for no less than 500 people? 500 people make the trip.
That's right, yeah.
So you really think there are 50,000 of them will want to share the stadium? Or 100,000 should I say? No chance. But what would they were on about this on Tam Cowan on Off the Ball. What would they call it? See if they want to share a stadium. Yeah. So there was
call it Northern Ireland. What's disputed territory, is it? It's what our comes to. What?
Disputed territory.
What? Okay,
But,
maybe you shouldn't have caught that. Maybe pissed a few people off. Sorry.
So would you hear like half of it be fucking like Union Jacks and the other half be Irish flags, or
I can't. What would they do? Like
half of it blue, half
you'd need
of
to
it
have 3 dressing rooms, like the home end, and the away.
An aim for the Pope.
And then, well, that's it, because the Rangers are going to want their 40 of the Queen.
They'll want their 40 of the Queen. Celtic will want their 40 of Bono. The Pope.
That'd be it's Henry Larsson, is it? Henry Larsson.
And what would this? So like one stand would be like the Her
what
Majesty the Queen stand, and then the other end the Jockstein stand. Or like fucking.
What colour would the seats be?
Half of it'd be blue and half of it'd be green probably. Or maybe they just go like kind of like a neutral colour and just mark it a white or a black. I don't care.
How about right?
And where would they put it? Because it's not like they could. There's a area in Glasgow where the two sectarian divides come together.
Again, Northern Ireland. That's where they should put it. They could keep all the disputes and other arguments ever there. Where I started 300 years before football was even fucking formed. Again. Sorry, am I going off filming here again? On a lighter note, I would like to see them fuck off to England.
Me too. Before I'd never seen it before, but now that I'm getting older, there's nothing I would love more than they twat fuck off to England.
Yeah.
And wave with it. Just wave with the Brain League. And it'd be exciting. The only shite thing about that is United might win the league every 15, 20 years or can, because there's going to be, you'd have Hearts, Hibs, Aberdeen, fucking Mother, them teams would be competing every year, and United, they might win it. That's the only downside to that. I have thought about that. However, for the good of Scottish football, get them to fuck.
I think you're right, because I mean it's not like we've not got any teams in Glasgow. We've
still got Partick and Queen's Park.
You know what I mean?
And Queen's Park are no bad.
Well, I mean, we had a hard-earned draw against them.
The only reason we got a point is because Callum Ferry's 4 foot.
Right, so Paul McMullen fucking lobbed him to a free kick, right?
For about 40 years.
What the fuck? He was on his line. Fucking hell.
It's got, don't know why I feel great.
Going to need to agree. Going to need to. Right, so Partick Saturday, we're getting a prediction.
They've got Danny Mullen, do they?
Oh, do you think he still thinks that he was actually the best striker at Dens?
No, he didn't do anything to stand out as a decent. I mean, he don't get me wrong, he can run, right? Now, Big Dog can run. Doesn't matter how good football player, right? He was not. Actually, he's getting benched for them. He's been benched the majority of the season.
Have they got that Brian Graham guy? That's not them, is it?
I can't
mind.
I think they might do actually.
Grandad keeps going on about him. He reckons we should have signed him years ago.
He's a prick, that Brian Graham. He was at Ross County and he was a prick there, and St.Johnstone too, sorry. But nah, I think we'll beat Partick. If you want a prediction, I'm going to go for a dodgy 1-0.
Right, okay.
Derek score a score.
Wee Derek, I'm Barty's pal.
We a fucking toe basher.
We a toe basher, right, okay. I'm looking at this and thinking, I didn't see a lot of goals in it. It doesn't excite us. So the start of the season, I was looking like these games will look good. If we get on a good run and we're playing well, it'll be good going at these people. It's fucking no, it's tough. So on that basis, I'm going to go for a 5-0 Dundee win. Nah, I think we'll probably sneak it by the odd goal. So I'm going to say 2-1 because we always give a goal, pretty much.
I was thinking that after I said it.
So 2-1, and I think Robinson's going to need to start scoring goals soon. So I'm going to tap Robinson for first goal. No putting money on it because I'm no fucking stupid. Right, well, thanks very much for listening to the Club 12 podcast. Thanks to our sponsors at King Kong Tattoo Company, and we'll hopefully be back soon. Cheers, goodbye.